Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reviews Defence Expo 2022 preparations at Kevadia, Gujarat. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma calls on Prime Minister Modi today. Chief Minister of Tripura Biplab Kumar Deb met Home Minister Amit Shah on Wednesday. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma inaugurates stadium built at a cost of 10 crore rupees in Vishwanath district. Mizoram Sports Department doles out more than 35 lakh rupees incentive to outstanding sports persons. And in cricket, the fourth test between India and England starts today at Oval. England won the toss and chose to bowl first. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Jolly Khoikia Gogoi with the stories in detail. The 12th edition of Defence Expo will be held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat between 10th to 13th of March 2022. During a review meeting for the same, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and other senior officials agreed that since Defence Expo 2022 coincides with the 75th year of independence, being celebrated as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the event needs more synchronized efforts at all levels. During the expo, the exhibition will be held at the Helipad Exhibition Centre and seminars will be organized at Mahatma Mandir Convention and Exhibition Centre. A live demonstration of weapons and defence platforms is also being planned at the Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad.
उनका भी नंबर बढ़ेगा मुझे लगता है। भारत को आत्मनिर्भर भारत हम रक्षा के क्षेत्र में बनाना चाहते हैं, उद्देश्य यही है। और भारत एक इंपोर्टिंग कंट्री के रूप में पूरी इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी में रिकॉग्नाइज न किया जाए, बल्कि हम एक्सपोर्टिंग कंट्री के रूप में हम भारत को रिकॉग्निशन एक मिले, ये हमारी कोशिश है। और प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो आत्मनिर्भर भारत का लक्ष्य दिया है, उसी के तहत हम लोग आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। और मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हूं कि भारत रक्षा क्षेत्र में भी निश्चित रूप से आत्मनिर्भर बनेगा।
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma called on Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi on Thursday. During his meeting with Prime Minister Modi, the Chief Minister Sangma invited him to Meghalaya for the state's 50th Statehood Day on 21st January next year. The Chief Minister was accompanied by Speaker of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, Medba Lingdo. Talking to Twitter, Chief Minister Sangma thanked Prime Minister Modi for his support and praised the Prime Minister about the work underway for the new State Assembly building in Shillong. Chief Minister of Tripura Biplab Kumar Deb on Wednesday met Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi, wherein the two held detailed deliberations during the review meeting regarding the rehabilitation process of Blue Riang displaced families in Tripura. Taking to Twitter, the Chief Minister informed that during the review meeting chaired by the Home Minister, it was decided that day-to-day monitoring will now be undertaken to ensure timely completion of rehabilitation process. Chief Minister Deb also stated that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a landmark decision was taken to resolve the 23-year-old issue of permanent rehabilitation of Blue Riang displaced families in Tripura. He further assured that no stone will be left unturned to ensure effective implementation of the decision. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma inaugurated Naghonkar Sports Stadium under Sotia LAC in Vishwanath district today. He informed that this signature project is built at a cost of 10 crore rupees. The Chief Minister said the stadium will add to the state's sports infrastructure. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Sarma also announced 10 crore rupees for constructing indoor stadium and swimming pool adjacent to the new stadium. During the occasion, Minister Pijus Hazarika, MP Pallab Lochon Das and MLAs Padma Hazarika, Pramod Borthakur, Prithviraj Rabha, Krishna Kamal Tati and Ganesh Kumar Limbu were also present.
Stadium khontu hoi gol iat etia ami indoor stadium eta banabo lagibo aru moi aji aru apunalukok indoor stadium to banabor karone মই আৰু 10 কোটি টকা ইয়াতে মই ঘোষণা কৰিছো খুব সুন্দৰ ইনডোৰ ষ্টেডিয়াম এটা আৰু সুইমিং পুল এটা এই দুইটা বস্তু যদি আমাৰ ইয়াত নিৰ্মাণ হৈ যায় আমাৰ ষ্টেডিয়ামখন পূৰ্ণাংগ হৈ যাব আৰু মই নিশ্চিত যে পদ্ম হাজৰিকা ডাঙৰীয়াৰ নেতৃত্বত এই কামখিনিও আমি সোনকালে সমাপ্ত কৰিব পাৰিম।
In Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh on Thursday launched the EILP platform in the state in the presence of ministers, MLAs and officials of the government. He said it will help in effectively implementing the inner line permit system in Manipur. In a tweet, the Chief Minister said the platform will play a major role in regulating the entry, exit and tracking of visitors who are staying beyond their ILP duration. In Mizoram, the state sports department doled out 35,67,300 rupees incentive to outstanding sportspersons. Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga distributed the prize money to selected groups and individuals, sports practitioners at Aizawl Club today. The function was hosted by Mizoram Sports Minister Robert Romoya Roite and was also attended by Mizoram Legislative Assembly Speaker Lalrin Liana Sailo. Government of Mizoram recently introduced this scheme to inculcate the love for sports among the young people in Mizoram and to ensure that outstanding sportspersons of the state are given special recognition through such incentives. The flood situation in Assam continues to remain grim, with more than 6,47,606 people from 1,295 villages in 22 districts of the state affected due to incessant rains in Arunachal Pradesh and neighboring Bhutan. Assam State Disaster Management Authority reported 2 more drownings in Majuli and Borpeta district of the state. As per the ASDME officials, so far 39,499 hectares of crop areas have been inundated during this period. 85 relief camps have been set up to provide shelter to flood victims. As per reports, 3,584 people, including 648 children, have taken shelter in the camps. Infrastructure such as bridges, embankments, schools, among others, have been severely damaged by flood waters in many districts. Meanwhile, widespread erosion in 7 districts have also been reported. On the 9th day of Tokyo Paralympics, world number 1 Pramod Bhagat today sailed into the men's singles semi-finals, beating Ukraine's Alexander Chirkov in his second Group A match of badminton event. The 33-year-old, also a reigning world champion, saw off Chirkov 21-12, 21-9 in 26 minutes to top his group and enter the last 4 in class SL3. Germany's Katrin Sebert defeated India's Parul Parmar in women's singles. In the group play stage Group D, Katrin Sebert defeated Parul 23-21, 19-21, 21-15. In cricket, India was 73 for 4 in their first innings on the opening day of the 4th Test match being played at the Oval when reports last came in. Earlier, hosts England won the toss and opted to bowl first. India made 2 changes to their side. Umesh Yadav and Shardul Thakur came into side in place of Ishant Sharma and Mohammad Shami, both of whom are injured. Meanwhile, England have brought in Oli Pope and Chris Walkers in place of Jos Buttler and Sam Curran. The competition would get intense as the series is levelled 1-1 and both sides will push their limits to take an unassailable lead. In Nagaland, ICDS project under the Department of Social Welfare, PEREN, organized the launch program of Poshan Mah 2021 under the theme Converging Towards a Healthy Walk Through Life on Wednesday at Women Welfare Conference Hall in Jaluki town. Speaking at the program, CDPO Jaluki Momhang emphasized on the importance of preventing and reducing malnutrition, anemia, low birth rate in women, among other issues. Further, he encouraged the AWWs and AWHs to play an active role for implementing the activities which will help in sensitizing the masses towards adoption of nutritional behavior. The program was chaired by District Poshan Coordinator Assistant Mizilung Nchang. More than 66 crore 30 lakh vaccine doses of COVID-19 have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Over 81 lakh COVID vaccine doses were administered to eligible beneficiaries in the last 24 hours across the nation. Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry has said the country reported 47,092 new cases in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, 35,181 COVID patients have recovered yesterday, taking the total recoveries to more than 3 crore 20 lakh 28,000. The recovery rate currently stands at 97.48%. Currently, India's active case load is at around 3,89,583. Logging 873 active cases, Arunachal Pradesh has topped 51,969 discharged cases, even as the dead account for 260. In Assam, the case load for active cases is 5,447, followed by 5,77,534. The tally for the dead is 5,671. With 3,388 active cases in its kitty, Manipur has recorded 1,09,031 discharged cases. The death toll is 1,784. Saddled with 2,263 active cases, Meghalaya has topped 72,522 cured cases, even as the dead account for 1,315. Mizoram has a caseload of 9,865 active cases, followed by 51,028 released cases. The dead account for 218. Nagaland has 805 active cases, even as cured cases logged 28,732. The tally for the dead is 620. Reporting 1,039 active cases, Sikkim has notched up 28,545 released cases. The death toll is 370. Tripura has 979 active cases, 81,284 cured cases, even as the dead account for 802. After a long COVID-induced lockdown, the Meghalaya government has reopened the borders for tourists to visit the state. Tourists are thronging major tourist spots in the city like Wards Lake, Lady Hydri Park, Dauki, etc. Meanwhile, residents of Sora, one of the most visited places in the country, have urged the government to exercise strict monitoring of tourists visiting the town. In this regard, traditional leaders, including the junior chieftain, CM Kinna of Hima Sora, met the Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills today. Discussions were held regarding protocols concerning the reopening of the tourism sector. A delegation from the Hima Sora submitted a proposal to the DC for setting up entry points for all tourists, both locals and outstations entering the Sora area. Now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reviews Defence Expo 2022 preparations at Kevadia, Gujarat. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma calls on Prime Minister Modi today. Chief Minister of Tripura Biplab Kumar Deb met Home Minister Amit Shah on Wednesday. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma inaugurates stadium built at a cost of 10 crore rupees in Biswanath district. Mizoram Sports Department doles out more than 35 lakh rupees incentive to outstanding sports persons. And in cricket, the fourth test between India and England starts today at Oval. England won the toss and chose to bowl first. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.